Hello out there, welcome to Marriage Without Tears channel. My name is Felix Okeke. I am your marriage counselor and coach. When you look around everywhere in our cities, even in our, even in the villages, in the urban areas, everywhere you look, you see an army of unmarried men and women that are almost growing out of their marital age. Some of them are frustrated, some of them don't know what else to do. They are beginning to ask a certain question. Why is it that I'm finding it difficult to get a life partner? Especially among the ladies, they are asking that all the time. Why is that so? I find myself, I look at myself in the mirror, I am pretty, I'm beautiful, I have all it takes, and yet the right partner is not coming my way. I look at myself as a man, I'm wonderful, I am handsome, I have the right job, I have everything. But somehow I'm finding it difficult to pin down that very particular person that will add value to my life. Why is that so? Why is that so? And I have a lot of people asking that each and every day. I have a young man who is already in his 50s, he's about 54 right now. He's not yet married. And this is the man who has achieved so much. I also have a young lady who is in her 40s. And I have a lot of them, even in the church, everywhere. And this is the question we want to ask tonight. Why is it that partners are not coming your way? If you are unmarried, if you are single, you are divorced, or you are separated, you look forward to getting married and partners are not coming your way as you thought they should, this is an edition that you must watch closely. You must watch attentively, and you may pick one or two things that if you apply them, it may make a difference in the choices that are ahead of you. So I want you to listen to this very, very attentively. If you're here to, register or subscribe to this channel, please, there is a red button by my side right here. Click on it and get subscribed, and also press the notification bell, and you'll be receiving further editions from time to time. So why is it becoming difficult for you to get married? The very first thing I discover in most of the young ladies and young men is what I call misplaced priorities. A whole lot of our singles have their priorities in life misplaced. A whole lot of them think, oh, until I achieve a certain level of certain expectation, it's not right for me to get into marriage. Until I attain a certain level of height, it's not yet time. Until I make some certain, I shake town, I shake the city until I get to a certain level of achievement. It's not yet time for me to get married. I only get married when I have attained a certain height. We look at achievements most of the time as a destination, but we don't seem to realize that it is the walk, it is the journey that is actually the most interesting aspect of every achievement. Is the journey. And when you're on a journey, you need partners. You need people who will encourage you in that journey. You need a partner who thinks the same way you do, who can become a kind of spiritual reinforcement to that journey, who can become an enforcement, a motivator in that journey. It's not when you get to that journey you begin to look for such a partner. No, you can take a partner on and move on a wonderful journey. So many people, I have seen so many men, especially, among our modern men today, they think, oh, until I attain a certain height, until I build a mansion in the village, until I raise a mansion in the city, until I buy my choice car, until I attain certain level of expectations in my profession, I will not settle down. But I think that is a misplaced priority. I have also seen some certain ladies who say to themselves, no, I've just come out of school, it's not yet time to get married. Let me comb the town a little, let me enjoy myself a little bit, let me move with the ladies a little bit, let me enjoy my time of freedom. A time will come when I'll get married and I will no longer be free. Let me enjoy this freedom for a while before I think in terms of stepping into marriage. And as you are busy enjoying that freedom, you may enjoy it to the level whereby it becomes difficult for you to pin down, quality spouses, quality partners. So I think misplaced priority is a part of the reason why most people are not yet married. Look at the young ladies around you. Many times people have come to them seeking their hand in marriage, but for one reason or the other, they turn it down because they think that, ahead there is always somebody better. But it may not always be so. You may discover that before you wake up, you discover that, younger people, your younger sisters, your younger siblings have already gotten married. You may discover of a truth that possibly even your friends are getting married. And before you know it, you become ashamed of attending weddings. It should not be so. Misplaced priorities is a terrible thing. So check your priorities. Check your priorities. You may need to reorder them. You may need to reshuffle them a little while so that you can get that partner that will make a difference in your life. The second thing is when the bar is raised, when the standard is raised so high. I have a daughter, is a woman anyway, is a daughter. She actually has a daughter who, she has sent to the university. The lady has graduated. The lady has done her youth service. The lady is working. But somehow she tells the lady, oh, you cannot get married until you find a man who is well endowed, until you find a man who has all it takes to marry you, until you find a man who has achieved a certain level in life. You don't just marry anybody. So get ready for that. And this young lady has been encountering so many people, but because they have not gotten to the level of mama's expectation, she is afraid of taking such a person to mama. Before she knows it, or before she realizes it, her friends, they unhook from her and get married to other people. And before you know it, as I'm talking to you, that lady is in her 30s. She's not yet married because the level, the bar had been raised so high. It could have been better if you had gotten married, if she had gotten married to somebody whom she can build a life with, instead of waiting for somebody that is already made. If you are looking for someone that is already made, know you, of course, that so many people are looking for that same person. And the choice before that person is many. It may not always be you. So, when you raise the standard, when you raise the bar so high, it can cause a problem. It can be a wonderful challenge unto you. Especially when you don't have what it takes to meet up with the bar which you have raised. What do I mean by that? Until you have something to offer, you should not expect something bigger. How do I mean? I know of so many men who want a very ravishing, wonderful, beautiful lady, but they are poor. They are poor. They don't have what it takes to hold on to such a relationship. They want a ravishing lady. They want somebody who is highly educated. They don't have the money. They don't have the clout. There must be something you are bringing to the marital table. There is a trade-off when it comes to marriage. You bring this, I bring that. I bring this, you bring that. So either you are bringing to the table high quality education, or you are bringing to the table a load of cash, or you are bringing to the table your impact in society, or you are bringing to the table, your class. Possibly you are an athlete, possibly you are a musician, you are somebody who is well endowed, who is known everywhere. So you bring your faith to the table. There must be something you are bringing to the table that will make it worthwhile to the person you are expecting to come into your life. If you don't have it, you may be actually wasting your time. You may be daydreaming. That is how it is. So when the bar is raised very high, it can pose a threat to what you are expecting. It can pose a threat to the woman or man that you feel should come into your life. The third reason why you may be also experiencing the challenge you are facing right now, not getting the right partner your way, is what I may call irresponsible behavior. When a man is not disciplined, when every woman that comes his way is attracted to them, when he's a man about town, every time he's womanizing, he's sleeping with anything in his skirt, it becomes difficult for him to tie down to a particular person. When a man is a layabout, is lazy, there is a problem somewhere. So irresponsible behavior can become an impediment. It can be the reason why so many people that come your way, they walk away. When you are a woman and every night you are into parties, you are going out with the girls, you are busy drinking, you are busy, hunting for men, such a behavior may think that nobody is seeing you, but the reality is that everybody is seeing you. Because I have come to realize that people who get married are normally people who know themselves. Either they are from the same community, or they have attended the same school, or they belong to the same church, or the same denomination, or they live in the same street, or they see one another in the same market environment. They are, these are people that have known themselves by whatever, in some certain circumstances. So those places where you go that you think that people are not seeing, no, people are actually seeing you. They know what you do. The day you will know that people actually know is when something, either good or ugly, happens to you. Before you get to your destination, before you get to your home, you will have had your name mentioned several places. So people are actually seeing you. If you have gotten a reputation of being a bad girl or a bad boy where you live, I advise you right now, pack your load immediately and go to another city. Go to another area of the city. But you must leave that community. Because if you continue being there, that community will become like a bad testimony concerning you. Anybody that asks of you or want to know your reputation or know how, what about you, somebody there will always be an ugly witness concerning you. So you may have to leave that community and move to another place and start a new life. Begin to behave well. Change your language. Change your dressing. Change your behavior. Become disciplined. And I tell you, as you do this, somebody good, somebody wonderful, somebody that appreciates something good will come to you. But if you continue living the way you are doing and continue cohorting with the same set of friends and continue doing the same thing you are doing all the time, I think that's another definition of madness. Because a madman is somebody who does the same thing all the time and expects a different result. So I believe if you take this advice by shifting to another community, going to another place entirely, a place where nobody knows you, and then you start from the beginning to live a good life, I tell you that something good will come your way to the glory of God. So as I go into the fourth one, I want you to look at this red button by my side. Click on it and get subscribed to this channel. This is Marriage Without Tears channel, and it is a channel for those who want to make a difference in their marital life. I have two more reasons to give you while you are experiencing what you are experiencing right now. I mean, lack of a quality partner around you. Why is that so? Another reason why you are experiencing that is your tendency to compare yourself with others, with your siblings who had gotten married, or with your mates, your peers who had gotten married. You think if they have married to somebody as beautiful as this, you should also be looking for a beautiful person to marry. But I want to let you know that such comparisons are very unnecessary. Life is not run that way. We are not on the same terrain in the journey of life. Everybody has his own direction. Everybody knows what he likes or dislikes. Everybody knows what kind of partner that can add value to him. And as a matter of fact, what you call value, I may not call value. So I want you right now to check what ministers to you as a person, what you love as a person, not what your peers love. I have a young man who got married to a medical doctor, a lady who is a medical doctor, simply because his friend got married to a medical doctor and he was willing to do all that is necessary to marry a medical doctor. He didn't care whether he loved her or not. And I can tell you that in the process of time, he discovered that he didn't actually love her. That marriage had been full of storms, a whole lot of storms all along. But if he had taken out time to ask himself, what actually do I need in a woman, he could have gotten it right. Not what your father desires. I have seen people marry somebody because that is the choice of their parents. But I tell you, your parents will not live with your spouse. It is you who will live with your spouse. So the choice has to be yours. So if that person, no matter where he or she is from, if you desire that person with all your heart to become your life partner, begin to work at that relationship. Begin to work at that relationship. Don't begin to look at the expectations of others or the opinion of others or the affirmation of others. It is not necessary. I want you to look at that very, very critical, because that has denied you wonderful partners. That has denied you. I want you to look at that very particular point, seriously speaking. And finally, your capacity to take a decision. Crowns are transferable. If you fail to take a decision when you should, it is possible that that person may look outside of your relationship and pick somebody different. I've seen it happen so many times. And there is this book, I think the book, it says something. It says, if you are in the middle of a river and you fail to make a decision, the river will make that decision for you. That is how life is. Life is like a river, really. If you fail to make a decision, it will make that decision for you. So I have seen people lose credible partners simply because they failed to take a decision, a decisive decision at the right moment. And because of that, their partners lost zeal in the relationship and began to look outside of the relationship for more responsible and disciplined partners. It should not be yours. It should not be your case. It should not be your case. When you meet that right person and you are able to note out of 10 qualities, you are able to see 7 out of 10, you have landed a wonderful person. Especially when the other 3, that you are not able to see in that person is something you can always work on. You can't see a perfect person everywhere, anywhere. You can't see a perfect person. You can only see people who have attained a certain level of acceptable perfection. So I want you to look at it very well. If you see somebody and you see that some certain things in that person have met your expectation, please begin to work at it. Take a decision. Take a decision. I believe that if a relationship will enter into marriage, 2 years of courtship is more than enough. 2 years of courtship is more than enough. But when you allow the courtship to move into 3, 4, 5, 6 years, no, it can't stand. It can't stand. Other people will come in and take your prized partner away from you. So make a decision. Make a decision. Your inability to make a decision is what has denied you so much. And this time around, please rise and make a decision. And as you do so, God will honor your choice. Look at that red button by my side once again. Click on it and get subscribed. I look forward to seeing you next week, really. And if you have some certain questions you desire an answer, please use the comment section. Send the question to me. It will be my pleasure to answer every question to the glory of God. Once again, I appreciate you. And I give God glory and grace for bringing you my way. Thank you very much and have a wonderful time. I look forward to seeing you next week.